Eric Pauly from the GoldSheet here, and today we are going to discuss some 6-point teaser options for the Week 2 NFL slate. If you like the content, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and let's get right to it. I'm going to go in order of my favorite legs of the weekend, and a little caveat before I get fully into it. I want to remind everybody that when it comes to teasers, there is a lot of merit in waiting until right before kickoff for putting in these teasers, as now you have a full picture of a mature market on where you want to tease up these lines in. So keep that in mind. But also, with that being said, there are times where books do protect against teasers and take away certain half points in certain situations where they are minimizing the value of the teaser in that situation closer to kickoff. So make sure you make your bets when you like to make them, and consider all options when placing these teasers, whether you want to get them in early or you want to wait until right before kickoff. But let's get into some looks that I like immediately. First one that sticks out is the Dallas Cowboys being teased from 7.5 to 1.5. A couple of reasons on this one. For starters, I think that number is too short despite the Jets' comeback victory and losing Aaron Rodgers and Dallas's blowout at the New York Giants. We saw that despite the fact that the Jets won the game, that this is not a good offense with Zach Wilson running it. And while that defense is legit and they did a great job, they also know Josh Allen really well and always do play Josh Allen in that Buffalo Bills offense pretty tightly. That's why I'm less impressed with what the Jets did, and then very impressed with what Dallas did. And considering that Rodgers has just been ruled out, this number might even balloon up to 8.5, 9.5, which will then take it out of teaser range. So I like this one early. Dallas teased down to 1.5. Second on the board, San Francisco 49ers. I mean, this might sound square and obvious because the 49ers put the beating on the Steelers this weekend and have been lauded as one of the best teams in the entire NFL all offseason long. But the Rams came into Seattle and they beat the Seahawks, and that's going to give them a little bit of respect to go in there and do that on the road. But Kyle Shanahan and co. have absolutely dominated the season series against McVay since both of them have been head coaches in the NFC West. And getting San Francisco down from 8 to 2 has you, of course, covering the key numbers of 7 and 3 in this matchup. And considering how I like the 49ers, and I think even after that win, they still might somehow be slightly underrated. And the Rams are one of the worst teams in football. I still believe that even after that win. Great game plan from McVay in Seattle. Not enough to convince me that they're a great team. I like San Francisco minus the 2 in this matchup. And last but not least, another one that fits this Wong teaser criteria. Again, just if I didn't mention it before, the reason why Dallas and San Francisco are also very strong are because the totals of these games are relatively low, which is a crucial factor in these teasers. And going into my final one that fits this traditional mold, I like the Pittsburgh Steelers plus 8. I'm really hoping that it gets to 8.5 because, of course, that half point would be crucial in teasers. Now, yes, I just talked about how the Niners put the beat down on the Steelers. The Browns looked fantastic in that matchup on defense. Their offense has some work to do. I think this is a motivational game. The Steelers always play the Browns really well and really close. Now, of course, the Steelers are again going to be hosting in this matchup. So we know Mike Tomlin, one of the best motivators and coaches in football, is going to get his team ready to go against a Browns team that has a ton of hype this offseason. At 8.5 points on a primetime game with an over-under of 40.5 points. Give me the home divisional dog plus the 8. Would love the 8.5. I'm really hoping that I do get an 8.5 at some point, but that is on my eye. Now, two other targets don't fit the traditional Wong criteria, but teams that I think are worth mentioning because I think that now that the extra points would move back, some of the final scores and key numbers in the NFL are shifting around ever so slightly. First leg, another divisional game sticking in the the AFC North. Baltimore plus 9.5 against the Cincinnati Bengals. We saw both teams look beyond rusty in the opener. Baltimore's offense, despite winning big, did not play great, and the Bengals did not even put up a touchdown against the Browns, who always play them well. So there is a little bit of that to consider. Again, it's kind of similar thought process to the Steelers game. If you're giving one team in the AFC North 8.5, or in this case 9.5 points, that's leaving too many points on the table. And though it's not a traditional Wong criteria, if it goes down to 8.5, and that means the spread would be 2.5, it would be, which is a very good possibility. I'd rather get that extra point and take the Baltimore Ravens plus 9.5 in a 6-point teaser. And last but not least, Tennessee Titans hosting the Los Angeles Chargers. We saw the Chargers put up a ton of points. We saw the Titans incapable of putting up a touchdown. So why do I like the Titans to keep this game close against the Chargers? Because when the teams faced off last year, first of all, this is only a 3-point game that the Chargers won. And the Tennessee Titans, Mike Vrabel is one of the best coaches in football. They have one of the most underrated defenses in football, and Vrabel is going to concoct a game plan that is going to slow down Justin Herbert. Asking for Tennessee to lose just by 9. This is a team that is slightly underrated by the market, according to mine and the GoldSheet's numbers. So we believe that this game actually is closer than advertised, and getting that teaser up to +9 is worthwhile. There are a few other options on the board this week, but these are our favorite options and my favorite options on the board this week. Best of luck, and hopefully you guys find this information useful. Let me know in the comments below, and leave a like if I helped out.